Hi, this is Pig Camping Dead, Doogie. I wanted to show you give you a little talk about the MSR Whisperlite, one of my backpacking stoves. Often use it in colder weather and when I'm out with a larger group. It is not the lightest. My whole setup here with no fuel in my tank weighs 21.7 ounces, hardly ultralight, but very high Btu output. Wanted to show a couple things that I do with this. One is, I read this somewhere, let's see, I have a very tight fit on this, is to protect the pump. This is a tennis ball container, can I guess you call it. It had a metal lid on it. Cut that off, and as you trim down a little bit, this has a slight taper down from the constant diameter of the main section, and I just trimmed it until it fit perfectly over this rather old cig bottle. Actually found this on the Appalachian Trail when I was a scout in the 70s. Looked like that when I got it. I haven't banged it up at all since I've gotten it, but it's fine on the inside and it works quite well. It also, using this, not only protects the pump, and you see I've got my fit so tight that it'll bounce back. It also contains some of the smell from the white gas, but I like the way it protects the pump from being banged around in my pack. And this is the full set with the windscreen that comes with the Whisperlite, the stove itself. I also have the base to the windscreen, the instructions, tool, a spare gasket, and the oil for the pump that I keep with it, a lighter, and I also now carry a small 2-ounce bottle, could easily go down to 1 ounce for most of my outings, of alcohol. And the reason that I have this is one of my real complaints with Whisperlite, using it the way that they recommend, and I will add a short video of how to light it. The problem is any time that I would even handle it this much, I would be covered with soot on my fingers. The whole top gets very sooty, and the whole underside, I've cleaned it up pretty good now so I don't touch the parts that are sooty. Probably should go at them with a little brush and get it completely clean. But the recommended method, how they tell you to start it, is you connect up your pump, pump it up, and you let a little of the white gas go into this small cup at the bottom, and you light that, and that heats up this piece here, this loop of tubing that carries the gas into the burner, and once that heats up enough, it vaporizes the white gas so it can burn. But during that time when you're just burning the white gas in an open cup on the bottom, it's quite sooty and covers the whole thing with soot. Once or twice I made a mistake of thinking, well, I got a fire going, I might as well have my pot on it, getting what little heat there is off of it into my pot, but that made my whole pot sooty. Once it's vaporizing, it burns cleanly, but the beginning is very sooty. And I read a recommendation somewhere to use alcohol as a primer, just manually put the alcohol in that cup, and that works great. Clean burning, no more soot, so I cleaned everything up and I no longer have the soot issue. So it's certainly worth it, the little weight penalty of carrying a little alcohol. Since when I'm carrying this setup, I'm often with a number of people, and I can split this between 2 people at least. And I'm normally bringing my larger pots when I'm camping with this stove. So it's got its pluses and minuses. The main plus is its high heat output. I haven't had to melt snow very often because here in Pennsylvania, at least lately, the water's almost always flowing. So I haven't had to do that, but it's certainly those that are in situations where they need to melt snow instead of getting it from a creek, it's got the high BTUs for that, and you can pack however much fluid you're going to need. And I have several bottles. I have another one somewhere too, a larger one. So I've taken this on week-long outings, and it's been great for myself and a couple others. Cooked for a full week with just going a little over a full bottle of fuel. So let me take you outside and light it up and show you how the MSR Whisperlite instructed. A little spit on the end of here, that's what they say to use. And then insert this piece on and put it the wrong way. Lock that in. I've already pumped it up. I normally find if I just put a little piece of something under there, it helps sit it, helps it to rest flat. So then I have my little bottle of alcohol here. Fill up the little warming pan. Pretty full, especially when it's cold outside. Just give her a light. And what's really nice is when you do it this way, you don't get the soot. So previously, when I would start this way, the whole stove would get covered in soot, and it was really a hassle. Always getting it on my fingers, folding it up, and opening it up and closing it up at the end. Made the mistake of putting my pot over the fire here a couple times, thinking that, well, you know, I don't want to waste the heat, but that was a mistake, and then my pot got all sooty as well. So I just keep an eye on the pan, and when I see it getting down and about ready to burn out, then I start slowly opening up the valve. Almost there now. And sometimes it'll sputter a little when you first crack it open. Do it very slowly. Probably could have let it warm up a little bit more, but you see how quickly that settled down then. And now you're all burning normally and clean. And that's the way I light her. Get out there and have fun.